First, everyone focused on the board in front of them and gasped. They couldn't believe their eyes. Xiao Vo climbed to the 23rd floor. At the same time, a student from another school looked up at the Seven Saints rankings and shouted loudly, "University students can't play martial arts, right? You even dare to fake your reputation in the Martial Saint Tower? Do you have any self-respect?" Several other people also said the same thing. That's right, the speed at which this tower is destroyed is also crazy. It could just be fake results. Ha ha ha, I thought if it was fake, no one would know. Everyone was talking about it, but everyone had the same thought. It was too unbelievable. Everyone was surprised and amazed when they saw this scene. Hearing a few guys talking nonsense, a girl nearby spoke up. "Ha, the essence of the Martial Saint Tower is the Martial Saint's will. Do you mean to say that Martial Saint covered up fraud?" Hearing that, the blonde man panicked. I don't mean to blame the Martial Saint. But this achievement is clearly fake. How can anyone climb the tower at this speed? If this isn't fake, then what is it? He meant that the university had failed to fake the results or that Xiao Vo had hacked it. What stupid things are you talking about? As she spoke, the girl turned back to look at the company rankings and was suddenly frightened. Oh my god. Is this a new historical record? After only arguing 2 to 3 sentences, Xiao Vo climbed to the 25th floor of the martial arts tower. The girl next to the red-haired girl gasped in surprise. So what is Xiao Vo's true strength? It's too crazy and too weird. The red-haired girl clenched her fists and thought confidently. I know. This is Xiao Vo. Change the scene to another place. The students around the fat guy Lamtrake also gasped. He held his head high and looked at the rankings, wanting to bulge his eyes. Even though Lamtrake himself knew a little about Xiao Vo's strength, he still couldn't believe it. Oh my god. Xiao Vo, he is a god. Inside the martial arts tower, Xiao Vo's whole body was on fire at this time. He seemed to want to burn everything. Xiao Vo confidently swung his fist to smash Dam Trung Nok's figures. When understanding more about Dam Trung Nok's strength through pictures, he also exclaimed. As expected of being the first person to be called a master at that time, if it were me a few weeks ago, had not been able to fully grasp the physical strength to a certain extent in the cold weapon training room, I'm afraid I can't create this overwhelming situation. Worthy of martial arts, so talented, his strength is really strong. Xiao Vo's spiritual power radiated strongly again, but suddenly he held his head and knelt down. Xiao Vo felt his head hurt and his whole body was sweating. He sighed, the fee to pass through this gate is a bit too expensive. If it were another student, this level alone, when so much mental power was absorbed, would be enough to directly wipe out their mental power. At that time, they can no longer stand and will collapse. Xiao Vo pondered the power of the next figure. So, next on stage will be Realm of the Master by Dam Trung Nok. Streams of spiritual force were strongly attracted towards the figure of Master Dam Trung Nok. At this moment, Xiao Vo felt the great power of the figure in front of him. The martial arts master is really strong. He fought 8 masters, 7 wins, 1 draw. Young Xiao Vo was very excited. Very good. So let's see the power of the master. Xiao Vo concentrated all his strength. Powerful streams of fire bearing the image of a phoenix radiated all over his body. He stared at the figure of Dam Trung Nok holding a shining sword. He muttered. In the end, he will destroy this sun. He was completely burned by me. Today I will use level 6 strength against a level 7 master, confronting a real master with level 9 qualifications. Attack! As soon as Xiao Vo finished speaking, he rushed forward to attack. At the same time, Dam Trung Nok's figure also slashed a sword. When Xiao Vo saw this scene, he froze on the spot. A powerful beam of bright light touched down. Roaring, the ground was cut in half. The slashes rushing towards Xiao Vo, thick smoke and dust. Xiao Vo could only raise his arms to resist. The ground beneath Xiao Vo's feet was cut in half into a trench, which slowly widened and stretched downwards. Xiao Vo looked at his hand and saw it was cut in half. Xiao Vo did not dare to believe the truth. Chaotic attacks are scary. When his level 4 attack and fire control were shattered by that one slash, in the blink of an eye he felt like he was about to be cut in half. Immediately afterwards, Xiao Vo felt excited again by this power. If I can win against such a strong opponent, it will be even better. So willing. Under the stimulation of life and death pressure, the more you can improve your martial arts. The second form of martial arts is about 10 to 1 distance. The physical method of controlling the realm can go even further. With faith and hope that he will become stronger in the coming time, Xiao Vo bravely rushes towards Dam Trung Nok's figure. At this time, his figure was holding the sword high, preparing for the next blow. Another slash was thrown. With his cold iron eyes, he seemed to want to cut everything to pieces. Immediately after that, a series of slashes were performed by Dam Trung Nok's figure. Dozens of swords rushed towards Xiao Vo. Xiao Vo's adulthood is not average. Xiao Vo's whole body was filled with fire as if it wanted to burn the master's figure. The secret technique of practicing constant physical techniques. Qigong practice, focus on one point, like a hand holding a star. Concentrate the mechanics at the tip of your finger to hold the star, tightly grasp the star. Scene changes to the vice principal's office. The vice principal is reading a report on Xiao Vo's previous mission. The report states in great detail, 8 level 6 martial artists, includes 2 levels and 6 peaks, still a talented master of element manipulation. All are genius masters, but all of them were cleaned up by Xiao Vo's spear. Moreover, it completely overwhelmed and crushed the situation. The two level 2A course tasks are both adjusted to 3A. A thank you letter of nearly 10,000 words personally written by Dianha City Police Chief. After viewing the report and reading the letter from the police chief, the vice principal sighed. Yes. This kid. At first I thought it would stay quiet for a while and then emerge. I didn't expect that now he would give me such a big surprise. Unparalleled strength, there is no such rival. Unrivaled strength at the same level, just like the master martial saint that year. His talent and strength are enough to attract the attention of the martial saint. I must report quickly. The vice principal was about to call and report to his superiors when suddenly a subordinate girl rushed out the door and called loudly. Vice President. Her mouth stammered urgently. Martial Saint Tower. There is an emergency situation at the Martial Saint Tower. The vice principal was thinking about reporting Chalvo's strength, so what else was more important at the moment? He raised his hand as if to ignore me. Panic about what? Is it the result of guarding the tower? The competition for the Martial Saint Tower was originally a rule to encourage competition set by the Martial Saint. If we lose, just announce it as usual. I won't show up. Don't call me again. I have more important things to do. That's the great event. Do you understand that big event? Please talk about other things later. The girl replied. What did the vice principal mean? She muttered. 4th Martial Arts University. She continued. It has nothing to do with 4th University. It's Chalvo. Chalvo broke the record of climbing the martial arts tower of our 7th university. He has now climbed to the 26th floor. Hearing the words Chalvo, the vice principal broke out in a cold sweat. Right away, the glass in the window shattered, causing her to startle in panic. Ah! Vice President. Looking back, the vice principal was nowhere to be seen. Scene transitioned to outside. In the sky at this time, there were 4 four-colored auras flying away very quickly. The students below were shocked. Damned! What's flying by? At that time, I was so scared. The pressure is terrible. This is Master. The vice principals were flying quickly towards the martial arts tower. Immediately the students below noticed. They are vice principals of schools. What is the situation here? The vice principal rushed to the martial arts tower. His face was covered in sweat. In his mind, the name Chalvo is always present. Thank you for supporting my channel. My channel has many other stories to serve my dear friends. Please subscribe, like and comment so I can have more motivation to make new videos. Thank you very much.